Hey guys, this is Fury with Fury's Insanity, signing in with another video, and today we're going to talk about Minecraft dungeons. Let's get into this. Alright guys, today we're talking about Minecraft dungeons. If you enjoy the content, if you want to support the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you've played it, what you think about it, other games that you played that you want me to check out, and maybe we'll cover it on the channel. Alright, so before I really get into this, I do want to have a little disclaimer. This is an opinion piece, so if you disagree with my opinion, that's perfectly fine. Minecraft Dungeons is very fun. It's very unique. It is enjoyable experience, but I do believe it's missing out on a lot of what the franchise is. If this was just some new dungeon crawler, dungeon explorer, there would be nothing to complain about. I mean, there's a lot of things that it does really well. The art style is incredible. I genuinely enjoy the Minecraft art style, how they use the same sprites from the blocks in the game to recreate stuff. Obviously, like grass or whatever, they use new sprites to add extra detail and coloring and all that good stuff, which is fun. But when it comes to actual, like, the game mechanics, there is a little bit missing there. I feel like it's your typical kind of dungeon crawler hack and slash game. It's fun, it's easy to get into, easy to spend a decent little amount of time in. But I was really disappointed at the start of the game because throughout the game, you can kill cows and sheep and stuff, but you don't collect meat from them. It's possible to collect meat from mobs, but you're just as likely to get a pork chop from killing a skeleton as you are from killing a pig. And when you kill a non-hostile mob like a cow or pig or chicken, you're not guaranteed to get anything from it. And when you do, you have to eat it on site. You can't carry it. You can't harvest anything in the game. And I feel like that's something that really kind of puts a damper on it, on the theme of Minecraft. There's so many cool ideas that they could do with this game, and I'm pretty sure it's still like kind of in like a beta phase, which is fine. It's a large game. It's got a lot to offer. And maybe they would change something like that, but it's like a core mechanic that they would have to change. So I don't expect them to do it. I enjoy the game, but that's just an example of some of the things I feel like they could have introduced to pay homage to the game it's based off of. It wouldn't matter at all if it was just a new dungeon crawler, it didn't already have an IP. But since it's based off the game Minecraft, I was a little surprised that they didn't have mechanics related to the original game. Did I expect this to have, full Minecraft mechanics when you could go harvest stuff and, build things block by block? No. But I did expect some kind of harvesting aspect, whether it came to food or resources or whatever. There's a lot of games that do this where you'll collect a certain amount of supplies, like you'll have a supply requirement, a supply threshold, and then when you pay that threshold, it just creates something for you or adds something to your home base, because there is a home base. I haven't finished the game, but as far as I've seen and as far as I have heard, there isn't any of this, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying the game's bad because of it. I'm saying I was hyped up for this. And I enjoy playing it. I'm going to finish it. But it's very confusing. And I want to know if you guys feel the same way at all. If there's anything you expected. If you would appreciate more homage paying mechanics in the game. That, tie it to what it's based off of. I don't know. It's just my opinion. When it comes to the actual combat, like I said, it's pretty much your simple hack and slash. The way you use your utilities is pretty fun. Arrows or whatever. I wish when you were aiming, it was a little bit more personal. It kind of just, whenever you're aiming in a direction, it just highlights the enemy you'll hit. You don't really have to aim. if an enemy's over here and you're shooting that way, obviously you're not going to hit them. But if you're aiming in their general direction, it'll auto-correct the arrow to hit them, which is fine. It keeps it more simple. But the way artifacts work are really cool. There's a fishing pole, so you can pull an enemy to you from however far away, and it'll stun them for a second, so it's good for taking out big enemies or getting that pesky skeleton if you run out of arrows, whatnot. So it's kind of cool. When it comes to boss fights and stuff, it's pretty much your typical RPG stuff. There's an Enderman. I'll show that right here. But that fight was kind of cool. It was a little drawn out, but I mean, most RPG dungeon crawler boss fights kind of are. You know, you dodge, you move, you attack a couple times, you dodge, you move, you attack a couple times. Pretty typical stuff, and it's fun, you know, seeing all of these enemies you're used to fighting in the real world, in addition to in the real Minecraft world. In addition to a few new ones, which I would love for them to bring into vanilla Minecraft. That would be incredible. I feel like this game does have a lot to offer. The maps are huge. I wouldn't necessarily say there's a whole lot of exploration in the overworld. When you go into the dungeons and stuff, there's tons and tons of rooms to explore and loot to find and enemies to fight. I will say it does have a level of difficulty to it, especially when it comes to the number of enemies you're going to face. It doesn't seem like that when you're starting the tutorial in the first world, in the first couple worlds. All in all, I think that's a pretty good game. I definitely recommend checking it out if you're a fan of Minecraft, if you're a fan of dungeon crawlers. It's simple, it's easy. It can be stressful, but it's also one of those games you can sit back and just have fun with it. I do hope they make some changes to it. I didn't see any major glitches other than the frame rate would go down the shithole sometimes and you'd freeze up. I know that's not the Xbox's fault. It's got to be the engine's fault, because none of my other games do that, period. I've got a 1X, so... But I would like to see them try to add some kind of mechanics to it. I'm sure they're going to, if they spent this much time on it, I'm sure they're going to do some kind of DLC and stuff. But I would love to see, you know, kind of like an upgrade system to the home base. Something to more personalize it. I would like to see a little bit more customization when it comes to the armor, because right now you can only have one armor suit, and like it's a full suit that covers you, which is cool, has its own enchantments and stuff. But I would like to see, you know, that full gear aspect, you know, because you collect armor and you're like, well, that armor sucks. It's not as good as the one piece of armor I have on, so you're just like, oh, I'll just break it down for gems and try to get a new one. So, you know, there are mechanics and stuff I would like to see upgraded, changed, or added to. But all in all, like, I'd give this game a good rating. Like, I'd give it a B rating, probably 7 out of 10 for Dungeon Crawler. It's got a lot of offer. It's got a lot of potential. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you don't, let me know. If you do, let me know. Just drop your comments down below. This is Fury with Theories Insanity. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know and tell me what else you'd like to see. I will see you in the next video. This video was sponsored by Your Mom. If you'd like to find out more information, contact 1-800-YOUR-MOM.